This might sound a bit strange, but anyone who is making you feel lonely, it's someone who is experiencing loneliness themselves. Loneliness has a way of amplifying itself, creating a down spiral cycle of more isolation and more disconnection. If you're feeling lonely in this video, I will help you to understand the reasons behind your feelings, and I will explain you specific ways to fix this so you can unblock your potential. You might be lonely because you overthink relationships way too much. For example, you cannot be there thinking, well, if I do this for this person, then this person has to do this back to me. That's not how life works. Sometimes you give a lot to A and then you receive a lot from B. Don't be narrow-minded because life just flows. And if you sit there to try to plan and calculate how you want things to turn out, that can end up being extremely counterproductive for you. Relationships are not like math. Go and give love. Give a lot of love. And I will tell you that good things, great things will come back to you multiplied. But for that, you need to keep yourself at a high vibration. You need to be open-minded and generous. You are lonely? Well, then you might be paralyzed. Why? Because you are absolutely afraid of rejection. But you know what? Rejection is absolutely normal. It's not about rejection, it's about what you do with that rejection. Someone rejected my proposal, well, then I acknowledge it and I keep on going. I do not stop there thinking that the whole world is against me, that the whole world is conspiring against my poor soul. You are not a delicate crystal that we shatter in a million pieces just because people don't want to do what you want. You can do so much better than that. Let me give you tools in this video so you can go through rejection every single day, but without resenting others for not wanting what you want. That is just a self-centered way of living life. My name is Tucci, welcome to my channel, and if you want to watch something specifically in this video, the timestamps will be on the description box. If watching magazines, social media, TV make you feel lonely and insecure, it's because you are consuming toxic entertainment. Plus, you need to work on your confidence. People will just show you what they want to show you, and that just shows you and tells you that you have absolutely no idea what those people's lives are really all about. You have no clue which are their struggles on those people's lives. Insecurities come from internal and external sources. If you have no self-esteem, then external sources will play with your heart and will keep you up and down, experiencing a lot of negative emotions. But if you have a solid high level of self-esteem, then external sources won't take you out of your chill zone, won't take you out of your, axis. I personally never met someone who is confident and lonely at the same time, because confident people go for what they want in life. But on the other hand, all the people that I met that suffer from rejection and loneliness were always people with a very low self-esteem. If your confidence levels are not really where you want them to be, at the end of this video, I will add a link to a video I create especially to explain you how to develop self-confidence. But listen, you can change. You can stop feeling lonely and you can start being confident. It's just your decision. No one else can take that decision for you. You have to decide what you want and stick with it. And then it will be all about hard work until you see any visible changes. I've been talking about the connection between feeling lonely and having a low level of self-esteem. But now I will talk about the connection of feeling lonely and being self-centered. If you feel that your loneliness comes from being self-centered and you want to change that, then do this. Provide support for others, help others. Stop having such high expectations. Stop thinking, I'm so great that just great things have to happen to me. That's just such an ego mindset. It's a shortage mindset. You can vibrate so much higher than that. Go give love, share the love to then receive love. Go and give real true love without expecting anything back. And you know what? Love will come back multiplied to you. Don't be there all scatty calculating, if I do this for this person, then that person has to do this back to me. That's not how life works. Sometimes it works like I do a lot of things for this person or for this cause, and then love doesn't come back that way exactly. Love comes back in another way. And with this, I'm not telling you go and love a lot someone who disrespects you. That should never happen. Lines of respect should never be lost. If you are giving too much to someone who doesn't respect you, then that's wrong. You cannot force love. You cannot plan love. And more than anything, give yourself real love, but not the kind of self-centered love. The kind of self-love where you are truly appreciative for what you have in your life, where you respect your feelings, where you fuel your brain with positive messages. Sometimes pretty people are pretty lonely. Loneliness is not just in the obvious places. Attractive people can be very lonely too. Since I work on yachts, I saw a lot of times models coming on board, and also usually I work in yachts where the owners were men and their wives. Wow. In general, they look, to society standards, again, I always want to remark that, to society standards, they look absolutely pretty darn hot. I saw a trend during the years I've been working on these boats, and it's that pretty women are the loneliest women I've ever seen. The amount of times I saw beautiful women, rich women, beauty and money put together, the amount of times I saw these women treating others like shit is countless. They are angry and sour, always expecting that others have to be around them, making them feel amazing. And also, it's like, because they are so pretty, they don't feel they have to initiate conversations. It's always others trying to approach, it's always others who have to approach them and who have to make efforts to have the pleasure to be around them. Mostly, these women are whimsical, volatile, and unstable, and that whole combination, it's a crazy combo. As I am a chef, I get always the requests of the misses to be, for example, if I'm doing desserts have to be dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, and everything free basically. And then, but of course, everybody else wants probably normal stuff, normal desserts. So if I do a normal chocolate ice cream homemade, and then I have to do for Mrs. a different ice cream, everything free, right? And then I take all this, but this is taken to the table, I always know a few minutes later I will get a request from Mrs. asking for the ice cream, the same ice cream I did for everybody else. Why? Because of course they are there sitting, eating their ice cream without nothing, seeing everybody else enjoying a rich, creamy, chocolatey goodness. So I don't know, tempted. And then one time I got this lady who, I didn't saw it, but the girl serving on the table told me she started crying because she had a chocolate ice cream and she felt horrendous for having this treat, you know. Imagine just being there crying because you ate a chocolate ice cream, and that is what going to make you look less pretty or something. So imagine how self-centered you have to be in life for crying about something so stupid. And then it's really funny and controversial because these pretty ladies are all the time that are pretty lonely. They are all the time in social media posting what they are doing on the yacht, like all their dresses, everything. They post constantly their luxurious lifestyle, and then they make, of course, feel others probably insignificant compared to the lifestyles these ladies have and the looks these ladies have. So you see how loneliness creates more loneliness? Anyone who makes you feel lonely on social media or those things, it's someone who is lonely too. All those girls showing off constantly with their bodies, taking pictures of themselves, they are so lonely. And what they do, they use their bodies to call the attention of everybody else because they are lonely, and they know that throughout their biggest asset, which is their body, they will get attention. For example, imagine Kim Kardashian. Does she make you feel insignificant, lonely? Does she make you feel you're ugly? Well, that's why Kim Kardashian is lonely, and that's why she's reflecting that on you too. I mean, you're lonely too, because if watching social media makes you feel insecure, that means the insecurities live on you, but also those insecurities live on those people you are looking at. For example, influencers will live 24/7 waiting, expecting validation. They are obsessed to receive more followers, more likes, any kind of comments that are good. That's like their obsession in life. Most influencers are just there showcasing to you a realistic fake perfection. They are poisonous, and they spread this poison on the eyes of those who are watching them too. They poison the minds of the people who are watching them because they are constantly trying to create this desire of unrealistic perfectionism. Most influencers hate in secret the lifestyles they showcase and all the things they brag about so much. But they know that it's showing off those things what pays their bills. Out there, empowered women, empowered men, people without surgeries, people who probably aren't that rich, don't have that much money, are probably so much more happier than famous people or successful people are. Warm, loving people create loving, real environments around them. A loving mom and a loving dad will raise loving kids, and those kids will be absolutely nice with others. And there we go with an endless loving chain. If you're interested in this loneliness topic, I have a playlist over here. And if you're interested in developing your self-confidence and your self-esteem, please check this other video.